Mark Cuban. Cuban said he could hear the boy's older sister coaching him on what to say in the interview. Take a look.
Did the teacher really do the wrong thing?
Can I
go ahead. I've talked to the kid.
Go ahead.
Right, he's from Dallas, and I've talked to the people in the school district. The kid is a super smart kid, science geek. We talked about science, but while I'm talking to him on the phone, as I asked him a question, tell me what happened, because I'm curious, right? His sister, over his shoulder, you could hear, listening to the question, giving him the answer.
See, Ahmed Mohammed may or may not be a robotics genius. Put me down as a skeptic. But his dad and sisters aren't just some poor schmoes who came to the United States dirt poor, hoping to build a better life in the land of opportunity. His dad is an Islamic activist in a nutty media hound kind of way. He's got the worst of both worlds. He's a Muslim extremist and a wannabe Kardashian. He came to America, but he has run on 2 occasions to be president of Sudan? Seriously, he's a politician. Of course, Sudan is hardly a democracy. It's a Sharia law dictatorship. They obviously didn't put him on the ballot, but Ahmed Mohammed's father, Mohammed El Hassan, campaigns for office there anyways. He's not a quiet, run-of-the-mill, normal immigrant. He's a bit of a clown. Sometimes he dresses like a candidate for president. Sometimes he dresses like a medieval sheik. He calls himself a sheik. He says he has hundreds of religious followers around the world, but reporters can't find any evidence of this. But when he's not playing president or not playing religious leader, he debates people about Islam. Here he is, a few years ago, dressed up as a sheik, debating our friend Robert Spencer about Islam and human rights. Here's just 30 seconds of him ranting that any violence in the Quran was put in there by Jews or something. Take a look.
This was derived from the Old Testament. As you call it in your Bible, the Old Testament, we call it the Old Testament in the Holy Quran, which is the verses of Medina. It was derived from the Old Testament. These verses, yes, is discriminate. These verses, yes, is put, it allow killing, allow fighting, man have 4 wives, and a lot of things, you know.
And do you remember that goofy media hound from Florida with the handlebar mustache, Terry Jones, who threatened to burn the Quran? And the whole world freaked out. And various excitable Muslims in Afghanistan murdered a bunch of people in response. Yeah, well, look, you can agree with Terry Jones that we ought to have just as much right to burn a Quran as to burn any other religion's documents, a Bible, a Torah. I mean, it's not respectful, but it's like burning a flag. It's not in good taste, but in America, it's protected by the First Amendment. Well, Terry Jones got the whole world revved up about it. But Ahmed Mohammed's father saw an opportunity. So he hopped in the family vehicle from Dallas, took the kids with him, and drove out to meet up with Terry Jones to participate in what was called the trial of the Quran. They had a debate about the Quran, after which Terry Jones burned it. Now, Ahmed Mohammed's father claimed he didn't know that would happen. Yeah, right. But he loved the whole thing. He was made famous in newspapers all over America. He's a media hound. Do you see what I mean about part clown, part media hound, part Kardashian from Khartoum? So you've got a kid who didn't make a clock at all, but made something look as bomb-like as possible. He brought it to school for some reason. His engineering teacher said, look, don't walk around with it, but he did anyways. He took it to another class where, surprise, the alarm went off. That teacher was suspicious, as he knew she would be. He was passive-aggressive with cops who clearly saw he was a hoaxer, a huckster, just like his dad. But hey, whatever. He got a bunch of free stuff from Microsoft and offers from Twitter to work there, and an invitation to the White House, and to go on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and to go on the Stephen Colbert show. He struck gold. Not because he was the victim of Islamophobia. He clearly wasn't. But because he allows leftists to accuse America of Islamophobia, to falsely claim that that's why all these, that's why he got in trouble. All of these leftists love him because of that, not because of what really happened, but because of what they can say happened to shame and blame America using him as a piece of evidence. Oh, one tiny thing. A journalist from the Daily Beast spent the day with Ahmed Mohammed and his sisters and his dad, the Kardashians from Khartoum. Well, Ahmed's older sister, Ayman, spoke with the reporter and told him why she was so excited about Ahmed's story and all the press he's getting, because, you see, she too was suspended from the school. Here, I'll quote her exactly. I got suspended from school for 3 days from this stupid same district, from this girl saying I wanted to blow up the school, unquote. Oh, really? So dad is a crazy fake sheik who participates in incendiary stunts, literally incendiary, burning a Quran, because he's a media hound. He runs for president in a country where that's not allowed, but he's a media hound, so he does it anyways. He's a kook. Boy, clearly taking a direction from his family. Ahmed builds a hoax bomb. Sorry, builds is the wrong word. And he sets its alarm off in class. Oh, and his sister was suspended for allegedly making bomb threats too. And that sister, perhaps the one coaching him what to say to the media on the phone. Is there any wonder this boy is being invited to the White House? Hell, if Obama finds out the whole story here, he'll probably appoint Ahmed as an ambassador somewhere.